Welcome back. Cole Perfetti at a podium. Please raise your hand if you have a question. Thank you.
Hey, Cole, congratulations on being named part of the leadership group. I just want to ask you about the preparations. Obviously, they took a little hit here with a couple of the exhibition games canceled, but how are they going and how are you feeling heading into the tournament?
Yeah, obviously it sucks having those games canceled. Everyone's kind of itching to start playing, throw that sweater on and start representing your country. It's everyone's really excited for that. And, having those games canceled sucks, but I think at the same time, it's given us an opportunity to have, a couple extra practice days, stay in Banff a little bit longer, and, spend a little bit more time together here as a team. And I think, these practices in the next couple of days that we're going to get due to the cancellation of the games are important. We've only had, 4 or 5 team practices together. So, every skate we can get is very important and crucial for us. So as much as a game is important and fun and ways to learn, I think practicing, is great as well. So it's, it sucks, but now it kind of happened the same as last year. So we had games canceled, only had 1 game against Russia before the tournament started. So kind of similar situation and just the way it is. And we'll be ready for that first pre-tournament game.
Now, you had a really talented team last year with all those first round picks. You have a really, really talented team this year with first round picks and probably 3 guys that are going to go first overall. Can you just give me a sense of where you guys are feeling going into the tournament? How confident are you guys that you can win that gold medal?
Yeah, I think we're really confident. On paper, we know what we can do. Individually, our team is super talented, super skilled, and a lot of high draft picks, a lot of signed NHL players, a lot of talent. And I think that's recognized. Everyone realizes how, good we are. And now it's just going to be coming together as a team. That's the biggest thing. Everyone's kind of their top guy on their club team back home and, playing all important roles. So now it's going to be buying into their new role on this team and, becoming one and building friendships and just becoming a family. I think that's the biggest thing. If we can become, close and all on the same page and building in the same direction, that's going to be, that's just going to be so beneficial for us. And I think that'll lead to tons of success. We got the skill, we got the work ethic, we got the grittiness, everything about it. We just have to go out there and put it all together and be the best team now. That's the biggest thing. We got to be the best team. So, I think lots of team building stuff here in Banff and all that, but we're heading the right direction and it's getting better. We're getting closer every day. So it's exciting.
Thanks for your time, Derek. Moises and Jim, we got time for 2 more. Go ahead, Moises.
All right, thank you. Cole, congratulations on being named one of the alternates here. Just can you tell me, maybe you could draw on your past experience because you were part of the team last year. I know you had some great captain and Dylan Cousins as well. Just are there certain things that you kind of draw from last year's leadership group and how you're going to kind of implement it for this year's team?
Yeah, I think, the leaders we had last year, and Bo and Cuzzo and McMichael there, they were all returning guys from the year before. And so they had that experience just, similar to us, we got me and Caden have that experience coming back. So, I think the biggest thing that they had was just, they went out and played the best hockey they could and led by example. And, through their work ethic, through their impact on the game, they went out there and, were true leaders on the ice. And, something that they had, I think Bo really had last year was, when he talked, it meant something. He was, for the most part, lighthearted and joking around, kind of similar to Goules. Like he just, for the most part, just having a good time, keeping a smile on everyone's face. But when he means business, when something needs to be said, he's going to say it. And Goules has that, Nibs has that. I think, that's what I'm trying to portray and do as well. So there's lots to learn from last year's leadership group and, going to try and bring some of that to this year's team.
Thank you. We got one last one. Jim Madison, go ahead.
Cole, you've played almost 50 pro games. Will it seem odd playing against your peers the same age when you've played, 50 games against much older players probably?
I don't think, I mean, maybe a little bit, not too weird. I think, I'm only, even though I've played 50 games, I'm only 50 games removed from junior. It's only been kind of really half a year maybe removed from junior. So it doesn't feel that weird. It felt a little weird the first day coming back, but, now being here, it's normal being with all the guys and, being with guys that I've known for so long. So no, I don't think it's gonna be weird. I think it's definitely going to be an adjustment period. There's a different play style between the AHL and in this tournament, so you're gonna have to adjust a little bit, and that's what we're doing in practice every day. So I'm just looking forward to it. It's nice to be back with guys my age and be one of the older guys. Usually I've always been one of the younger guys on the teams I've played for. So to be the older guy on the team, it's kind of cool, and to kind of have that experience, it's fun. So looking forward to it and excited to start playing.
Welcome back, everyone. We have Coach Conlon for a few minutes. Jim Madison, go ahead, sir.
Are you very excited to maybe get one exhibition game, maybe against the Russians, without going into a tournament with no games? Is practice is one thing, but you maybe need one game to see how your lines look and such.
Yeah, exactly. We were banking on 3, but circumstances changed that. There's nothing we could do other than just our practices a little bit to include a little bit more scrimmaging into it. But yeah, keep our fingers crossed that we're going to get that 3rd game, and I think that'll be the next step, obviously, evaluating our team. Because you can preach all you want about practice and going hard against your teammates. When it's an opposition team, that whole competition level, the excitement level, the execution goes to another level.
Thank you, Jim. Moishes, go ahead, sir. Go ahead, Moishes.
Coach, I look at your leadership group for this year. Obviously, you have plenty of skilled players and plenty of guys who either wear an A or some kind of a affiliation with their clubs in the Dub or the OHL or the Q. But just your thoughts on the 3 that were chosen today and just what they provided that made them the excellent choices for your alternates as well as your captain.
Well, I think they're all different in certain ways, but certain. Caden as our captain. He's a consummate pro. He comes in every day. He puts the work in. He lets that speak for himself. Very humble person. And of course, the experience of last year's club will be beneficial not only to our team but to the coaches. Cole's a pro playing in the American Hockey League this year. He's as excited as anybody to play in the World Juniors again. And then, of course, he has the World Championship under his belt too for last year. And so all that experience, I think, puts him a little bit in the forefront. And Jake Neighbors, great person. His hockey speaks for itself, but kind of has that personality, the outgoing personality. I'll use the word bubbly to describe it. And people are drawn to him, and he's a little bit more vocal. So we think it's a good mix.
When you look at when you're trying to, provide a little more experimentation with your lineup, potentially with no games in there, does that provide a coaching headache for you? Or are you just, trying to find alternatives now to say, if we can only practice what we can do for the pre-tournament games or the actual games coming up?
Well, we have no say in it, right? So when you have no say in it, you let it go. It is what it is, and we just adjust accordingly. And obviously, we'd like to have some exhibition games to take us to the next step of the evaluation and maybe to tinker with some of the stuff that we're doing. But it's not there. We're hoping we'll get that exhibition game on the 23rd, and we'll go from there. If we get it, obviously, we'll certainly use it, and then we'll make adjustments from there. If not, we'll just continue to do what we do in practice and probably just scrimmage a little bit more.
Aaron, go ahead.
Coach, this might be a little bit of a follow-up to the last question, but with no game time, how do you sort out your goaltending situation heading into the tournament, or can you?
Well, you just do what you do about all the other players in terms of your combinations, and you just base it on practice.
But Dave, just want to ask you, with all these distractions when it comes to COVID, things being canceled and situations like that, is it difficult to kind of keep the kids focused on just hockey and not let them worry about things that they can't basically control?
No, I don't think so. I mean, this is almost a norm that these kids have been going through for a period of time, and I think they're just all humble and thankful that they're on this team, and they trust the process that this tournament is going to go ahead, and they're enjoying the ride.
Last one, Guillaume, go ahead.
Hi, Dave. Well, further to that, I mean, the way things are going, your tournament might be the one of the very few high level hockey event that will take place when it gets started. Is there a level of concern about the situation outside of that, or you feel like the bubble and the situation in Alberta makes it safe for you?
Well, who knows? I mean, we're just taking every precaution possible, and whatever happens, and we're doing our part, and we recognize that the overall health is the most important thing, and we're just going to do our part, and we're just follow the protocol and keeping our fingers crossed.